Greetings, everyone. I return. I'm afraid that lag may have been me. Just to reassure everybody, everything is fine. I'm just really laggy. Is there anyone there? Where are all my lovely old ducks? Welcome back, everyone. I think that it might be a TikTok problem, actually. I'm not sure. But welcome back. I have restarted because, in case you don't know, when we have a little marker in the corner when you go live, and it's simple little traffic light, and it stopped being green. So that may have been a me problem. But here I am. So I have restarted. It's happening again. Guys, I think it's a TikTok problem. Okay, bear with. Let me see. Is anybody still here? Is that better? I hope everyone is here, and it may well be the weather, actually. You say that, Kyle. It is very, very stormy here. So how's that for everybody? Here we are, here we go. Welcome all. Are we ready to go? There's feedback. Oh, for fuck's sake. So, looks like there's been an update or something. Audio and video aren't in sync. No. Second. Is this doable for everybody, or is this really irritating? Can we continue? I'm going to give everybody some time to respond, or do you want me to try and start again? I know it was terrifying. Oh, yeehaw! But I mean, frankly, I am only here to entertain you all. Paula will survive. Okay, fine. It wasn't you. It was obviously. Ruth, thank you. You missed what the human said about roasting her. Yeah. Oh, and actress, you know you were being facetious. Well, excellent. Oh, it's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's not important. It's not any more important than anything else I do. It's just that it was just a little thing that I thought I'd do to see if you could tell our voices apart. And two of you used it as a way to roast the human. Yes. Move to the videos behind. I know what would our lives be like? What the nights are, I know, Laura, it would seem that for whatever reason, whether it's TikTok or whether it's stormy or what, but the signal isn't great. So I think we're just going to soldier on. We're gonna look in the office. Yes, Mr. Werewolf, we will look in the office. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Bryony, can you keep me as a pet? I am toxic and I do swear, and I have been also known for destroying my home planet in a fit of rage. Yeah. So, imagine elephants in Night Soul. Do we really want to imagine that, Anachronista? Do we? Kaluna, if I didn't move my mouth so much, you wouldn't know I was behind. That would be a test, wouldn't it? see if see if I can throw my voice ever so slightly into the future. And then wait, so I need to move. But you know, I can't do it. I can't move my mouth slightly behind my voice. Well, that could keep us amused for hours, but I think what we should probably do is, now that I hope everyone's back who was here before. Oh, yeehaw! It sounded like a slightly broken ambulance or something then, didn't it? Didn't it? Mutu, it was an accident. Yes, that's right. That's right. It was an accident. Yes. If anyone asks, if anyone from the Intergalactic Department of Justice asks, yeah, it was not a fit of rage. Yeah. So, my lovely little odd ducks, shall we have a look in the offices and just carry on as if nothing happened? Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter that anybody doesn't remember what happened before. I was thinking about doing a recap, but I don't suppose we really got that far, did we? No. Oh, Froggish, you don't want to look in the office. Okay, well, shall we just sit here and wait till we finally call an end to the live? Should we do that? Just sit in silence? Froggish, it's your time you're wasting. Let's look in the office. Oh, Mr. Werewolf Dude, you are keeping track, aren't you? Laura, you want to use the pointy thing? You mean the knife, do you? You decide to check the offices and quickly locate the one belonging to the general in charge of the facility. You push open the door. It has very odd decor. But then what would you know about being in charge of a secure weapon facility? They have a very large... Sorry, human's going to cough. They have a very large and sleek space desk, while in the corner is a large taxidermy bear. So, bear or space desk is your option. Nikki, were you kicked out? No, we are having trouble with the signal. Now, I don't know whether it's TikTok or whether it's the sort of stormy atmosphere or what. I don't know what it is, but I'm afraid that we might just have to lump it. And see what happens. And Chris, do you like the poll? As if you've hardly mentioned it. As if what? Raz, take a breath. You're talking rubbish. As if your wish is Chloe's command. There it is. So there's the poll. What was the choice? I don't remember. It's not like I'm in charge or anything. Bear or space desk? That's your choice. Yes. So. And Chloe, I did notice that you had pointed out that for the sake of everybody, the live would start now. So it does start an hour later then. No, I'm not going to. So Laura, you just want to stabby stab bear, do you? Do you? Bear one. Of course, Bear one. Everybody loves Bear. Everybody loves Bear. Hola, Emma, what have you missed? We're about to approach Bear. And absolutely nothing else has happened. I haven't had to... Oh, thank you, Ruth. I still haven't figured out what noise I should make for that. I don't suppose it wants to matter. I don't suppose it matters. Right. Anyway, let's carry on. You decide to take a closer look at Bear. Dear Bear, this bear is beautiful. Is a beautiful and stunning example of the art of taxidermy. In fact, it's so impressive that you're never going to be able to rip them apart without a sharp implement to help you. So, I think we know where this is going. Yes, Transmanic Grandam Knife. Please forgive the human's tummy rumbles. That isn't distant thunder saying it's stormy. That is just the human's tummy rumbling. Don't mind that. So you take the knife from your pocket and neatly slice Bear open. You've barely begun your surgery before you find a key card tucked neatly underneath Bear's skin. Certain it'll come in handy. You pop it in your pocket. So there we go. We've got a key card. I don't suppose... barely. I know, right? Don't eat the key card. The problem is now as well with our little signal disruption. I don't suppose anybody really knows what the hell we have to do with the fucking key card. So I'm just going to let Human take a sip, because why the hell not? I think she's earned it. Has she earned it? I think she has. Take a sip, Human. Thank you for the sip music. I'm not dancing, Paula. But I say that. I feel like with you, Paula, it wasn't a request. We all know you will, Raz. Sooner or later. Sooner or later. Anachronist, you booped me. How dare you? How dare you? Do you know what? We've never had to stop alive because the human suddenly needs a call of nature. Which, you know, we do keep talking about having longer lives and 24-hour lives and things like that. Can you imagine? I don't think the human would be able to sit still that long. Who knows? Anyway, I'm completely... I digress. Mr. Werewolf Dude, I love you. Just when I think I'm losing... when I'm losing the will. You see, what you don't realise is week on week, I'm testing you. These escape rooms are testing you. Yeah. It's a test. It's a little test. To see whether I spare your species or not. And for some reason, each week I keep concluding that you should be spared, which seems really counterintuitive. If anything, what you should be teaching me is that I just take you all out. Yeah. How do we know the human isn't currently on the throne? Well, the sound isn't echoey enough for that. I'm sure you'd tell. Paula, 24-hour live would be unhinged. Oh, like the rest of them aren't? Really? Not that sort of take you out. A sort of take you out that involves a sniper rifle and a laser sight, a red dot on your foreheads. No, Mike, not to a carvery. Although I'm sure they're... Rawr! Yeah, look, I didn't know what noise was going to come out of my mouth until it happened either, okay? Okay? I'm just doing my best here, guys. I'm just doing my best. I'm just trying. Don't change a thing. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. Well, I mean, I do make it a point to entertain everybody, so one way or another, job done. I didn't know it would be so simple. Carl, you thought it was quite sexy, did you? Yeehaw! Poor human, poor human. Right. Miss Susie, you'd like to go somewhere with tablecloths? Oh, I'm sorry, that's too posh. Our budget will only stretch to Wetherspoons. And, and I know how you feel about that, Paula, but come on. Cheap pint? Who doesn't like a cheap pint? Who cares if you stick to the carpet? If you get a cheap pint, right? So, Laura, use the key card before I lose my will to live. Too late! Too late. Kaluna, where are we? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Mike, we're putting the Stellar into Interstellar. Cheap pint of Stella? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? And I don't think a laminated tablecloth counts. Community pub has $2.50 a pint. What, Miss Susie? What? I don't believe it. Moocher, did we do the desk? No, we haven't done the desk. Should we do the desk? I think we should do the desk. We should totally do the desk, shouldn't we? Let's do the desk. Where's the desk? Where's the desk? Let's do the desk. Carol, we haven't woken up on a sticky floor in a while. I know, we haven't. We'll have to change that. We should do the Paula. Frankly, Laura, the human is doing that right now. Yeah. Hello, Desert Mermaid. What are we doing to a desk? Well, we'll see. Yeah. You decided to take a closer look at the space desk. It appears to be the Space Desk 2000 with walnut veneer and gold inlay. It looks a bit gaudy to you, but you've already established that this person has no taste. There's little of interest on top of the space desk, so you decide to start rifling through the drawers, but you're disappointed to discover that you'll need a small key. You won't find what's in the space desk without it. We need a key. The humans tell me it's still rumbling. I'm terribly sorry for everybody. Paula, you're already doing the Paula. Excellent. Always ahead of the game. Yeah. An actress to what? Oh, yeehaw! Oh my God, the neighbours must wonder what the fuck is going on. They must think that they indulge on very raunchy role play at a weekend, don't they? Just keep shouting yeehaw. The neighbours probably did give up a long time ago. Yes. Are the neighbours watching TikTok as well? If they are, I hope they won't know. Let's cowboys and elephants and the odd lion. Where I live, the neighbours are probably used to these shenanigans. Probably. Is this the first time I've thought about them, Transman Grandad? Well, sometimes when we record in the garden, I do think about them, but the thing is that there's a couple of doors where they're just permanently glued to their window. So I have no idea what they think. So anyway, Chloe, you'd love to know. I don't know. I don't know. We did have one neighbour. The human was recording something outside with Blettin. I think it was the treasure hunt thing for Patreon a few months back, and they sort of looked at her, and she was like, "Oh, just doing some recording for TikTok." And they paused for a beat, and they were like, "But you know what? There's such a beautiful view from here. Maybe you should put that on TikTok." And and the human was just like, "Oh yeah, I should do." And then that was it. Interaction over. Yeah. They didn't reference anything else that the human was doing. Just like carried on as if it was a perfectly normal conversation. So, anyway, moving on, cowboys and elephants and lions and neighbours. We will just move on. And what is it we're doing? Laura, you'd like to renew your passport just so you can lurk. If Google Maps is good enough, you just need to find the highly accurate paving slab and you're there. Yeah. So yes, we've got the lions and we've got the bears. Oh my. There isn't any moving on, Froggies? I'm sure there is. Game over, man. Game over. Mike, this is just like Jackanory, isn't it? Isn't it? Kaluna, we've done the space desk. We need a key, don't we? I think we do. Laura, I think you're right that we need to ask Mr. Werewolf Dude. Even for this. Lions and elephants and cowboys, oh my, indeed. Paula, we could just go straight to 6969, couldn't we? We haven't found a single number, one of those. Right, okay, everyone, Mr. Werewolf Dude has spoken. May I please use the key card to open the door in the lab? Well, of course you can, Mr. Werewolf Dude, of course you can. Of course. Whoa! What the I looked up and... Hello, Beth, we're that far behind. Yes, we are. Oh, yeah. Oh, Human actually was going to scroll the screen and then she took her hand away. Yeah. Save a horse, ride a cowboy, if you say so. Just a mermaid. By the way, greetings, Beth. Welcome. What the night soil frog is, I know, right? Right. So, key card. We'll do the key card. You take the key card and swipe it to give yourself access to the containment area. That's very clever of you. As the door slides open, the alarm gets louder. There are several puddles of human goo on the floor. You don't want to hang around in this area too long in case you become one of them. But your eyes are also drawn to a large, glowing container full of some sort of shaking and vibrating liquid. You suppose this is the top-secret nuclear fuel that made the weapons built in this facility so dangerous. So do you look at the fuel or the goo? Fuel, don't drink it, Paula. At least have it with a mixer. What was the choice? Fuel or goo? It could be flubber. And it does still very much feel like a Wetherspoons. Yes, it does. I'm going to let the human take a sip while we do goo or fuel. Yeah, that. Take a sip, human. The poll says bear. Does it? Thank you very much for my sip music. That's a lot of sip music, Luna. I think the human should have taken an extra sip for that much music. Goo, because it might be toxic algae, your favourite. Really? Really, Laura? Really? Maybe the goo is a fuel all of its own. Who knows? Does it really say bear? Goo and fuel. There we go. We'll just let that come to an end. It's just your classic escape room choice. Goo or fuel? Goo or fuel? Goo it is! Poor human, you're just so broken, aren't you? Aren't you broken? Poor thing. She's going to need to lie down. So you decide to take a closer look at the human goo. You presume that's the fate that awaits you if you don't get out of here quick enough. You glance from pool of goo to pool of goo. Human, when you wrote this, you really didn't think about how it was going to sound, did you? And it's no way, I am in no way endorsed by Gwyneth Paltrow. You glance from pool of goo to pool of goo, wondering if you could tell which was a scientist or which was a member of your strike team. You dip your finger in the nearest one and have a taste. It tastes bitter. You're pretty sure that was Dave. But as you continue looking at the other puddles of gloop, you find a small scrap of paper. You carefully hook it out of the human jelly to find it has the numbers 6 and 9 written on it. You're sure that will come in handy. Yes. By the way, yes, thank you for everybody for sending me gifts. I have had a lot of pumpkins, orange ones, and a lot of potatoes. Paul, I know you're shocked. Not a 6 and a 9. Oh, well. So I believe that actually only leaves us with one choice. We'll have the... Everyone else saw that too, right? Me-scented candles. What would that smell of? Bitter tears and arsenic. Potatoes? Pumpkins? I don't know. Laura, that's your shocked face, yeah. Mr. Werewolf, no, we're not going to put the piece of paper over it, but we are going to go and look at the fuel. And actually, you've just been reminded of the time Jeffrey Archer liked your Instagram story? What? My God. Anyway, Paul, you didn't say anything? No idea. Miss Susie, why do you keep saying that the human needs the toilet? Is this some sort of conditioning? Are you trying to make it so? So nobody mentioned water or Niagara Falls or anything like that. Come on. Right, we're going to look at the fuel. And Agnes, that was your reaction at the time. I bet it was. For those of you who don't know, Jeffrey Archer was a one-time politician, sadly still an author, and jailbird, who was an absolute arsehole. So, we're going to look at fuel. Chloe, don't keep making the human sip. What is all this with the sipping and the toilet? Let's just look at the fuel. You decide to take a closer look at the container of nuclear fuel. You're not terribly sure it's a good idea and gently hold out one finger to poke the container. But as you do, a snake suddenly bursts out of it. You jump back in surprise, firstly because you have no idea what a snake is doing in there, and secondly because you don't want to be splashed by any of that fuel. You're pretty sure it's not good for you, and you're not sure how the snake has survived it. Although, as the snake attempts to slither away, you watch as it seems to melt in front of your eyes, before suddenly and very violently catching fire. You feel a bit bad for the snake, but you reassure yourself that it did look like a bit of a dick, so maybe it deserved it. You investigate the snake's remains to find something shining amongst its ashes. It's a small key, which you pop in your pocket. So there we go. I'm sure Mr. Werewolf Dude knows where we've got to go next with our small key. Thanks, Noodles, indeed. Fuel for Noodles? That's easy for you to say, Laura. Did you give Noodles superpowers like Spider-Man? That would be great, wouldn't it? Can you imagine what Noodles would do each week? Is that the human stomach? Yes, Chloe, the human stomach just keeps rumbling. I can only apologize. I'm sorry. We're not in the middle of some sort of earthquake or thunderstorm. It is just the human stomach. Right. And a very sensitive microphone. Right. So yes, we are going to use the key and the space desk, as both Chloe and Mr. Werewolf Dude said. You use the small key to unlock the drawers in the space desk. You rifle through drawer after drawer, but there's very little of any importance. Pens, post-it notes, even, yes, the odd paper clip. You shake your head. The Space Desk 2000 just wasn't as good as later models with their paperclip storage integration solutions. Finally, in the last drawer, you find a thin folder with the words Top Secret stamped across it. You open it up to find a single page full of numbers. There are no other marks on the page, and you don't see how this is any help, but you pop it in your pocket just in case. Yes, I know someone said paper clips. I know, right? I know. Up or down the tummy rumbles will out. Oh, Froggish, you did a lion's mane and I didn't see it. Oh, no. Oh, dear, I hang my head in shame. I missed it, I'm sorry. Right. I know I missed it. I'm very sorry. So Chloe and Mr. Werewolf Dude have figured out what we've got to do. We've got to put the paper over the paper. I know, Laura, it has been a while since anyone said giraffe. Oops, nope, just said it. I think the human's tummy rumbling, just so we're happy here, I think the human's tummy rumble is a hunger thing. It's not a burping thing. It's not a farting thing. It's not a windy thing. We don't need to worry that we're going to hear a more intrusive noise. It's just a tummy rumble. It's an exciting tummy rumble, okay? I think she's laughed too much during this live, and she's shaken everything up. Poor tummy. Right. Appleuse, you had a second nap? You've had another nap while I've still been working hard? Shocking. Right, so we don't know what the numbers will be. Okay. Could be anything. Now in full possession of the full code, you need... I'll try that again. Appleuse, you are indeed allowed to be tired. It's my jealousy talking. I'm not a napper. I long to be, but I'm not. Now in possession of the full code, you need to open the doors. You dash to the main entrance. Suddenly you stop. A thought just struck you. When this place blows, you presume the nuclear fuel will blow with it, causing a massive disaster. So do you shrug and continue to get the fuck out of here, hoping that you can outrun the almost inevitable nuclear fallout? Or do you return to the containment area and use the code to override the destruction protocols so that the bizarre nuclear fuel can be carefully disposed of without causing mass devastation? Choose. Leave or restore. We don't have the code. We skipped a bit. Fuck. Did we? Oh, I don't know where that bit is. Oh, well, oopsies. So anyway... So anyway, everyone, we just did that bit. We did it off camera. We do have the code. I don't know where that bit is. The human's starting to wonder if she even wrote it, but there we go. Anyway, so you have the choice to either leg it and hope you can outrun the nuclear fallout, or you can go and use the codes to help the containment re-establish it. Yeah. So, I mean, that was all completely seamless, right? So, what are we choosing? Laura, you've napped 3 times since we searched the desk. I bet you have. So, Transmanic Grandam, you want to restore it? Oh, that's very conscientious of you. Anachrista, you say, fuck it, mass devastation. Okay. Desert Mermaid, it's inevitable. You're going to do Snow Angels in the goo. Nice. Yeah, I think if we're honest, we had the code from the beginning. Oh, aren't you all so conscientious? You're all choosing to restore the containment field. Get you! Mass deviation, and now we're talking. Right. The cake is a lie. Is it? Mass hysteria, dogs and cats living together. Anyway, we are indeed all going to die anyway. So let's try the codes. So this is the option for if you want to try and restore the containment field. So here we go. Hit by an attack of conscience, you decide to return to the containment area and use the code you found to override the destruction of the nuclear fuel. You start typing in the commands you try to remember. Sorry, let me try again. As you start typing in the commands, you try to remember how to get in touch with your backup team so that you can get the fuel out of here and salvage a successful mission from the jaws of defeat. Oh, Beth, thank you for the lovely tree. But you're still tapping away at the controls when an enemy strike team bursts into the room and surrounds you. They tell you to back away from the controls. You're their prisoner now. They roughly push you to the floor and zip-tie your hands behind you before putting a sack over your head. The next couple of hours is a blur of being pushed around, pulled in and out of transport, with harsh voices shouting at you in a language you don't understand. Finally, the sack is removed, and you find yourself standing on a platform in the open air, tied to a stake, with a crowd in front of you and a dozen TV cameras trained on you. Some loudmouth in a military uniform shouts at the crowd with the cameras. You don't know what they're saying, but whatever it is seems pretty popular with the crowd. While the man shouts and the crowd cheers, a soldier pours liquid on your feet and over your legs. It smells like petrol. You have a very bad feeling about this, and it gets worse when the shouting man takes a box of matches from his pocket, strikes a single one, and tosses it in your direction. And you're dead. So there we go. That's what happens if you try to be nice. I'm what? I missed an elephant. I missed an elephant. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Again. Hello to Max, who thinks I'm freaking gorgeous. Why, thank you. I hate to be the first one to say it in a conversation, but yes, it's true. So, you... Paula, that is so disturbing. Make the noise. Go on, bitch. Make that noise. You know the one. Honk for me, baby. Do elephants honk? I don't know. Anyway, how's that? Anachrista, that's kind of hot. I despair for all you little odd ducks. I really do. That just got weird. Laura, that just got weird. Oh, Miss Susie, it does feel very bonfire night, doesn't it? We're the bonfire. Yeah, yeah. Paul, you can delete Tinder now. Wonderful. Right. Well, so I suppose we would like to hear the other option now, the option where you don't try and use the containment field, but where you just get the hell out of here. 8,000 likes, that's very, very impressive for our second stab at this, what with a dodgy signal and all. Philip Nightmare had more winners than a Raz Escape Room. Did anyone ever actually win that? I don't know. Anyway, Desert Mermaid was a zookeeper. Really? Okay, what noise do elephants make? That seems like a rather pertinent question. 6 teams won, did they? Oh dear, humans reached that quiet phase of breaking now. See, the expert says that noise. They make the noise you made, plus honks and squeaks and purrs. Yes, that noise. They do very clearly make that noise. Right. Oh, why is the screen just gone dark? I hope I haven't just gone dark for everybody else. Can anyone still see me? Now make whale sounds. Oh. Paula, that nearly killed the human, you know. How many subs for live animal impressions? Do you know what? Maybe we'll change our sub goal, Mr. Werewolf Dude. We'll change our sub goal. Yeah, please don't kill the human. She has her uses. Transmitting Grandam, you can do an almost perfect impression. Me too. Me too. Haven't you been listening? No, what does the elephant say? Anyway, we're going to do the other ending, and then we're going to let the human go before she really does need a wee. Now that you've all done your psychological magic or damage. Is it magic or is it damage? It's such a fine line, isn't it? Such a fine line. Right, here's your other ending. Oh, the screen's just gone black. Now here's your ending. You decide to leave and enter the code in the door before running out as fast as you can. As you make your way out of the facility, you check abandoned vehicles, hoping that one of them is still operable. But by the time you reach the gate of the facility, you've had no such luck. You've barely stepped through the gate. What? You've barely stepped through the gate before there's a massive explosion behind you. You turn and watch as the facility is engulfed by flames, but the rippling force of the explosion quickly knocks you to your feet and debris rains down upon you. As you look up in the sky, you see a mushroom cloud form. If you'd had a bad feeling about this place before, you have a really bad feeling about it now. As the aftershock wears away, you get to your feet and attempt to continue running away as fast as you can. But as you try to move, your legs feel like jelly. You feel hot, and you reach up to wipe sweat from your brow. That's when you realize it isn't sweat running down your face. It's blood, caused by your pins peeling. It's what? It's blood caused by your skin peeling away. You find yourself slowly melting in the middle of nowhere with no one to help you as you try to escape a nuclear wasteland. It's not exactly a fairy tale ending. You think back to the snake and how it slowly melted before it spontaneously combusted. You wonder if the same fate awaits you. But you don't have to wonder very long before you suddenly feel incredibly hot. Before feeling nothing at all. And you're dead. So there we go, guys. What a way to go. We did indeed have our pin skeeling for a second there, but I think I styled it out, acted like a pro. And Agnes, do you have a room idea? Yeah, whack it in a message. That goes for anybody. What have I missed amongst your chatter? Right. We need a poll. What have I missed? Oh, we hit 10,000 likes again. Well done. Anyway, sometimes it feels like you could just amuse yourselves, and I could just keep quiet. Yeah. Oh, Tristan Grundheim, is that your worst fear? Is it? Is it? Good. Paul, you are indeed completely hot. It hadn't escaped my notice. Oh, yeehaw! Dear, oh dear. I was about to read Mr. Werewolf's dude's comment about surviving Hiroshima only to go to Nagasaki, but that feels like a very wrong tone after I've just shouted fucking yeehaw, doesn't it? Honestly. Beth, you thought we'd do one where we drown? Well, apparently, as ways to go, drowning is quite peaceful, apparently. I mean, it's only what I've been told. I'll just move on. That ending was fire. Why, thank you, Kaluna. Thank you. So, right, everybody. Everybody. Being crushed to death is your number one, and we already did that. I know. I am indeed trying to notch up everybody's fearful deaths. Who was it who said about the drowning? I can't go into details. There'll be a court case. Paul, do you feel like there needs to be a potato farm and we die by combine? Yeah, we can put that on the whiteboard. Potatoes. Anyway, buried alive in a natural grave. Oh yes, the idea that everybody thinks you're dead and you're not able to stop them. That is. Yes, Ruth. 9 out of 10 corpses say drowning was a favourite. 5 stars, would recommend. Yes, the buried alive thing is a very real thing. Death by cowboy elephant one time, Mr. Werewolf Dude. We'll see. We'll see. A farm escape room. So many ways to die. I know. Nibbled to death by penguins. It would be a challenge, wouldn't it, human, to work that into an escape room? Do we like a challenge? Emma has to go. Farewell, Emma. And I have to say, I think we're going to wind this up now. Just too many ways to die, aren't there? Some exotic, some painful, some really tap into some deep, dark fears. A serious pigeon accident. I'll ask Blessing about that. They have a thing for pigeons. That's another story. Moving on. Oh, Chloe, I didn't stop that time. I think you must have got kicked that time. But I am going to wind it down now, everybody, and I'm going to try and make an escape of my own and actually bring this live to an end. Desert Mermaid, let you know if I'd like some horrific ways. I'm sure there are very many. We haven't had a lot of death by animal, have we? We got eaten by sharks once. I'm not sure what else we've done. Anyway, everybody, I'm afraid I am going to have to wind it up now. I know, yes, Zara, I know, right? So it is very nice of you to join, Zara, but I am about to wrap it up. So, everybody, thank you for joining me for all the difficult shimmy, really. I have nice patterns on my back, don't I? But the front is where it's at. Anyway, moving on, everybody, you know the deal. Zula will be here same time next week. The clocks change, and then it'll be an hour later, will it? Thank you, Paula. It will be an hour later if your clocks don't change. So that'll be next week. Everyone. And in the meantime, don't forget you can join me on Patreon or Instagram or check out my videos. Froggies, you devil. The front is always where it's at, Miss Susie. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Anyway, everyone, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for all of the gifts. Even the elephants, lions, and cowboys. In the meantime, everybody, I'm afraid the finger of doom is here. It is time to sign off. Human can't push the button now. Okay, I'll have to keep doing this forever because the human can't tap the button. There we go. Yes, finger of doom, everybody. I'm afraid it really is time to go. Thank you for joining me. Join me again next time, whatever fucking time that is. And in the meantime, everybody have the most... Yeehaw! As I was saying, in the meantime, everybody, have the most fabulous week. Laters, everybody. Farewell!